Welcome back to my channel, guys. It's time for another anime first impression video. I'm trying to catch up as much as possible, so I'm staying after school today just to get these out of the way. So this is going to be on Medaka Kuroiwa is Impervious to My Charms. It is on Crunchyroll, and there's only one episode out time of recording, so you guys can catch that on Crunchyroll. It is a interesting series, to say the least. It's a little bit wild, like in the wild comedy side, and it does get fan servicey because of it. But I'm gonna be honest, I actually enjoyed it. This might be in the maybe reaction pile, to be honest. So before anything, guys, if you haven't done so by now, make sure you subscribe to my channel. Give some love by comments, liking, and sharing. You guys can follow me on social media or other places by checking the description below. Try my best to catch up on watching, but also reviewing, because I've watched like 4 or 5 animes already that I haven't reviewed yet. So hopefully they'll be out here on a timely manner, and I do appreciate for all the patience. Should be done by January 15th. I'm pretty much still on the clock when it comes to releasing videos on a timely manner, so I should still be able to make it to January 15th as my last day of posting first impression video. So, but if you want to watch more, I have probably half the amount that I'm gonna give my first impressions to already out, so go check those out, and I do appreciate the love and support. Okay, let's talk about the series. Again, this is going to be on Medaka Kuroiwa, Kuroiwa. I can't pronounce the guy's name. Is Impervious to My Charms. So we follow. I guess the girl is the main protagonist for like 75% of the anime, um, and her name is Mona Kawaii. Kawaii, if you guys don't know, means cute. So, I mean, I guess it's meant to be for her to be super cute. She is basically the it girl. Like, everyone likes her. The girls think she's cool. All the guys like her. They've all she basically has everyone wrapped up in her little finger. I guess that's the best expression to use, and that has been how she lives her life. Has lived her life, most of her life. It's just been person after person, just being at her beck and call. Now, I think they're in high school. I believe that's the grade they're in, and there is a transfer student, and this is essentially where the main story starts. We have Medaka, who joins the school, and he's a transfer student, and he essentially doesn't really like to give her attention or like to even acknowledge her sometimes. And almost every time she does something cute to get his attention, he goes like this. And it seems like he's super annoyed with her for most of the first part of the episode. And she does a lot of things. There's like a lot of things that she does, from noticing that he is liking cats, so she starts acting like a cat just to get, the whole like, oh, it's cringy, but it's cute at the same time. To her like throwing herself to the floor and like purposely showing stuff under there just so that he can get a look and again find her attractive. Like, she wants to attract him. At one point she has to go to the nurse and ask the teacher for him to take her, and one thing leads to another, and she's basically on top of him. Like, she lives for the attention, I guess. And the fact that this one guy is not giving it to her, she hates it. And again, he's not like completely rude to her, but he's like, you shouldn't be doing that kind of stuff. And he kind of act like he's annoyed, almost like a big brother to a little sister. That's kind of what it seems like, until you start noticing that he is blushing. Like, the more things that she does, the more like, oh, he's blushing, right? There's a sports scene where she's stretching in front of him and she's like having this whole like, oh, I'm sweaty here, but I also look good in this clothes kind of moment. And then they go and drink water and water spills on her. Now that is an accident. So she completely flusters all over it, and he offers his shirt to her. And again, this is the moment that you start noticing that he himself is blushing. Now, while all this is happening, there isn't a third character, a girl in particular, who kinda is in the background. So I guess I'm not sure if she's friends with Medaka or the guy, or if she is just into him and likes the fact that he doesn't give the light of the day to Mona. But she does come out like two three times like in the background going like like noticing the whole thing. There is the boys who are like, why aren't you at her feet? Like, why aren't you reacting to any of this? And he has two friends that he starts talking. So then the episode switches to his perspective for the last few minutes, like 4 minutes of the episode, and we learn that he came from like basically a monastery, very religious background, where he basically is trying to refrain from falling into temptation in any way, which is why he does this, is that he's trying to refocus to what he believes is important. And because he's doing that, in her eyes, she feels like she's being ignored or almost made fun of. So it's hilarious that there's that misunderstanding, but at the same time, it's like well needed, I guess, for her to humble her. It's definitely a rom com. You definitely can see that she is falling for him immediately in this first episode. But again, I don't know if he is falling for her quite yet. That other girl might throw in a whole like love triangle in the season, but I'm interested in this one. It's not like overly fan serving, but it does have its moments. But it's still funny. It's still funny. I really enjoy the comedy. It's it's almost like it's not take it knows that it can't take itself too serious, and that's what I appreciated about it. So out of 10, I'm gonna give this one a 6.5 out of 10. Let me know what you guys think. For sure this one is going to be talked about on social media. I do see people doing clips out of this one, so if you haven't heard of it, go check it out. It is a pretty interesting one, so give it some love. Thank you guys so much for watching this. If you haven't done so by now, make sure you subscribe to my channel, and I will see you next time. Like always, don't be strangers. See you guys.